YTPC Ghost Cobb with a cup of mud in my Animal Kingdom mug. Very big mug too. That thing's a monster. It don't look like much, but it holds a lot of coffee. I am in, yes, you guessed it, the closet studio. So there's no pipes today. It went from 84 degrees outside on Saturday to 43 degrees on Sunday, raining, windy, and really cold. So it's still cold and rainy here in Pennsylvania. I guess we had our one day of spring, I guess. I don't know. It is what it is, though. Today's video is going to just be a little update with me and my health. I'm shooting this video for a couple of different reasons. I'm shooting this video for one, to let all of you yins know what's going on with me. I know that there are a lot of you out there that have reached out to me, whether it be through email, whether it be through Messenger on Facebook, whether it be through Voxer, or whether it be just text message. You know, a lot of you guys have reached out to me, and I truly appreciate it. And I want you to know that I will not give up. No. There is no pity. There is no boo-hooing. It doesn't happen. And it doesn't happen for a couple of different reasons. One, I'm stubborn. Two, I'm a tough SOB. And that's the bottom line. You know, it's one of those things, folks, that, you know, I get into a lot of pain and I share that with yins. I share that with you because it does help. It helps me cope with it. And it helps me to know that there are people out there that love me and that support me and want to pray for me and be there for me. That means a lot. And I will tell you this, my faith has grown tremendously over the last couple of days. I went to the doctor on Friday. I apologize if I get emotional. The doctor took me from 400 milligrams of this one medication, and he pumped it up to 600 milligrams. So he's not playing any games with it. This is a nerve-killing pain. Also did some things in looking into it, because of recent I have been experiencing numbing in my legs. That has not always been. It just started recently, and what they are now thinking is possibly it could be something in my back, and it could be a disc out or something like that, and it could be pinched nerves. Sciatica is what they called it. I don't know. Whatever. Nevertheless, they're going to do an MRI on my back. We're going to see if there's anything there. It could be a lot of arthritis in there as well, which that would not surprise me either. But, you know, you have to take the bad with the good, folks. You can't boo-hoo and cry and say that life's a bowl of cherries and I got all the pits. No one wants to hear that crap. They don't. They don't. You know, I had my hip replaced in 2002. Okay? My hip and my femur were replaced in March of 2002. Alright? Now, I was in a fist fight the day before with a guy who was... There were two guys beating up a feller in the Harrisburg Walmart parking lot. And I was a manager on duty. And I ended up trying to break up the fight. And I ended up getting into a fist fight with the one guy. But that's a story for another day. You know, I came home. I didn't eat after midnight. I didn't drink. And then I took, actually, I apologize. That was the 10th. Or the 11th, 10th into the 11th, because the 11th into the 12th I took off because we didn't know what time I needed to be at the hospital. So my last day on, that's what happened. But I had my hip replaced. I had my femur replaced with titanium. After it was all healed up and I was ready to go, I asked the doctor if I could return back to being a fireman. You know, if I could go back to being a firefighter. And he says, well, if you could do the job, knock yourself out. So I tested myself, and next thing you know, I was doing the same old drills like everyone else. I was taking the hose and going in and knocking fire down just like anybody else could, if not better. Because I wasn't going to allow it to defeat me. You know, I look at it in the aspect of it's me versus Leggs-Calf-Perthes disease. And I'm not going to let it beat me. Yes, it's going to knock me around. I'm going to end up with some bumps and bruises. I've got lots of bumps and bruises. I've got lots of scars. I've had 12 surgeries since 2002. From the year of 2002 to the year 2015, I've had 12 surgeries done on my legs. That's no joke. But I'm still up. I'm still walking. My other doctor told me that the one surgeon told me that I would be in a wheelchair by the time I'm 45. I looked at him and laughed. And I said, maybe I'll walk in here and punch you in the side of the head when I'm 45 years old. You know, and he kind of laughed and he said, you know, you'd be the kind of guy to do that. And I was like, absolutely. I'll walk in here and I'll look at you eye to eye when I'm 45 years old and say, huh, how's the wheelchair look behind me? Oh, it's not there. You know, that's what it's all about. You got to have the want and the desire to keep going, you know, because when you look at things, all right, and you see things like, you know, oh, poor me, I don't sleep. I don't sleep. I catnap. Here and there, I catnap. Tough. I keep going. I still go out with my family. I still do things with my daughter and my wife. I still, you know, try to take the dog out to go to the bathroom when she's got to go out. It doesn't matter. You learn to cope with it. You learn to deal with it. Instead of looking for the negative, which is so easy to find, folks. You know, the negative is all highlighted over here. Okay? In the smaller print back here in the background is all the positive stuff. We seem to always be drawn to the stuff that's highlighted. You know, you can't do it. You'll be in a wheelchair before you're 45. 12 surgeries. Can't sleep. You can be a whiner. You can be a complainer. You can cry and complain all the time if you want. Lay in bed all day and all night. You know, have people wait on your hand and foot. Then in the background, in small print, it says you could have faith in the Lord and know that He won't put any more on you than what you can handle. Let all that you do be done out of love. It's back there, folks. It's back there. It's in the back. It's in small print. Quit looking at the highlighted stuff. The highlighted stuff is stuff that you don't want to read because it's negative. It's easy to believe. It's the easy way out. That road's a country mile wide, country mile long. The positive is a little alley that goes back in through the woods. It ain't probably clear. There's probably tree branches and debris all over it. But you could get through it if you wanted to. But a lot of people don't want to take that route. They'd rather take the big route because it's easier. So you have to ask yourself today, if you're going through a situation, whether it be another surgery or whether it be a loved one's going through surgery, or if you're sick, or if you broke an arm, or if you broke a finger, or if you I don't know, got problems with your vision, your hearing, whatever your obstacle is right now in life, you can look at the highlighted stuff, take the easy road, country mile wide, country mile long, all the excuses you need. Or you could look into a little bit deeper and look into that fine print and see where it's at and see what's there. Because it's there, you can do it. The Lord will put no more upon you than what you can carry. I was talking to Clay Orr, and he was telling me a story because I was pretty down when I first, was getting ready to go into the doctor's office. And I was talking to him on Voxer, and he was telling me a story about his daddy. And his daddy told him a story when he was going through his stuff. And he told me a story. He says, son, do you know how we break in horses? Do you know how you break in horses? You run them down. You run them down. You ride them and ride them and ride them until they finally give up and understand that they have to do things your way. Just like the Marine Corps. They break you down. They tear you apart as an individual. And they make you come together as a team and become stronger. And then they build you up and you become this big, huge, massive ball you become a juggernaut, which is an unstoppable force. Okay? That's what you become. And, it's just like, we're just like the horses, folks. The Lord's breaking us down. He's putting all this weight on our shoulders to make us, really slow down and think and look around and see what's going on. And then when you start to believe, when you start to open your heart, when you start to look into your faith, and you pray, slowly all that weight starts coming off. It comes off as fast as you could take a saddle off of a horse's back, folks. It's an amazing thing. Now, I'm not here to preach to you, okay? I'm here to just simply tell you that no matter how bad your life is, there's the easy way, which is looking at all the negativity that's highlighted. And there are the real positive things in the back. All the support from your family and your friends. All the people that would come over here in a day's notice to put a wheelchair ramp in for me if I needed it. That's positive. That list is a country mile long and a country mile wide. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you folks would be willing to drive and come out here to help me if I needed help with something. If there was a big project being done that needed to be done, the house needed to be wheelchair accessible and there were some things that needed done, honestly, I guarantee you there's probably at least 10 of you right now that are watching who would be like, I'd go. And I know that. And that's one of those small prints that's in the back. That list of all them people that love you and that support you. And that are your friends. And that care. That's it right there. So folks, no matter how bad your life is, no matter what's going on, please I ask of you, don't pity me. Don't do that. You look for the positive. Forget the negative. Yes, it's bigger and it's highlighted and it's out front. And that's because it's the easy road. And you don't need that. Nobody should go through that. Not when you have all the love and the support of people, of the YTPC and your friends and your family. You don't need to do that. It doesn't need to be that way. So please, I ask of you, look for the positive. Focus positive. Don't worry about the negative. It'll go away. It will go away. I want to thank you all for taking the 15 minutes of your day to watch this video. And I truly hope that you watched it all. You know, I'm not going to do any shout outs or anything like that. But I do want you to know that I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you that has reached out to me through Voxer, through Messenger, through Facebook, through Instagram, and through this YouTube channel. I truly, truly appreciate all of it. Thank you so much for your kindness and your love and your support. It truly means a lot to me. And I just hope that you all focus on the positive and forget the negative. Guys, until we can get together and pack a pipe or smoke a good cigar. Let all that you do be done out of love.